Girlinho.
Right.
Hello.
Woo, woo, woo.
I have some milk.
Memoirs
Oh my
of the
God, milk.
Clouded Kokoro.
The clouded cocoa.
Oh my god, the shadow there was Herlock. My baby boy.
The baby boy.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road. As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre
Gaslight?
crime rend the stillness of that very night.
Oh.
I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene,
At once. Yeah.
it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
Oh boy, are you guys ready?
No. Wait. My name is Rionosuke. London! We're back! Oh,
School.
the school vibes immediately. Every time.
You got jump scared by them.
But like, it's a positive jump scare to me.
Yeah, in a positive way.
I
I'll
miss
have to
it.
play school. Like the first thing I'm gonna do is
You
play
have to.
play London on the first day of
I
school.
really
don't care.
hope Hayden is over it.
I hope so too.
But yeah, my name is Rionosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law, having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. Oh, I forgot to put on costumes.
Go back. Like save
going
right now.
back.
Go back. You need to see the costumes.
We need to see them in action.
Back to Tattle.
I already did.
Shut up. Back to Tattle.
Oh, we're back in the attic. Hello. Oh, it's so empty.
It's empty.
Aww. Taylor. It's me!
Put all of them
I'm
on.
putting them on. I'm putting them on the characters. Yeah.
He looks so bad.
Oh, her. Oh, that's her. It's going through the pouch, the arm.
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of clipping, guys.
Hooray! Let's go! We're breaking the space-time continuum.
We are.
For playing the game in all available outfits.
Well, there we go.
Steam.
Thank you, achievements.
Having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. On the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I have successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. So we are in the present-ish times.
Okay, so
It's without Susato, and we're gonna flash back to something.
I don't remember, Nebel. Let's just fucking play the game.
All right.
I don't remember.
I mean, there wasn't a there wasn't a time and date thing yet. What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. Must be nearly time for breakfast. I better go down to Mr. Sholm's suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate.
Gin and tonic is nice.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, okay. It is around the same time as the first case here.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Songe is getting real nosy now.
Wait.
We've got Iris.
You're getting it.
Bruno! Good. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready.
Fuck yeah, bacon!
Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, you bitch!
Not another one, Mr. Arwano! It is my time! The pipe!
My favorite. Oh my god, the pipe. Oh my god. I know what my favorite thing about this outfit is the fact that it's in his mask. You know, the kitsune mask. Inside has the goggles.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
This could be
wonderful.
just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation repelling mental stimulation, my dear fellow. I know I just said a bunch of words in a quick succession. You don't need to recognize all of them.
Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, yes. I see. So that's it. No, wait. So that's it. The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again.
What are you talking about?
It is Gaijin Appreciation Day. Which is why we have switched outfit styles.
Oh my
You,
god.
Mr. Naruto, you have this very morning met with a surprise. Well, is that not the case? Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Don't mind the ruffling I did earlier to establish that. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button on your jacket. Don't mind that I undid it because of, you know.
Oh my god. Shows.
Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning.
Oh my
By
god.
me.
Songs.
Not in front of me early. That's disgusting.
Can I talk now?
But of course! Though I don't look for admiration, you understand.
My hair always looked like this. It's been this way since I first met you.
Oh, it has.
And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember.
Oh my god, they
When
fucked.
When you unbuttoned my
fucked.
yes.
They fucked!
I don't even need to make the joke. The jokes are writing themselves.
I know. How do we pull off your buttons?
You just couldn't wait.
We couldn't even make it to the bedroom.
Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? I was feeling a little bit extra horny, you know? As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then to my utter dismay, the third string snapped! Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder then that in my vexation I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place.
Well, I mean, I was there. You don't need to explain that to me again. Well, I'd like to
I'm
get back now,
explaining it
please.
to the viewer.
Oh, sorry.
And trying to make it as less gay as possible.
Obviously. You were playing the violin and you got excited when you ripped a chord and had to grab tightly on a button.
As someone does. You
As
know?
one does.
As you do. As you
As
do.
you do.
As one does. Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket.
And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes. What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring.
But Hurley, Bruno said he when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning.
Well, that really is a surprise.
Oh my god. Shows.
Welcome back to the void.
Yes, this man is a pride of the British Empire. The famous consulting detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Thank you very
I love how they
much.
just. I love how every time they have to establish how fucking incompetent he is.
It's since we're in the void, I'm imagining Ryunosuke's thoughts are now like telepathically read by Sholmes. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
in his brain
Also-
again.
Also, I do have to point out that actually he put his like outfit actually quite well, because that is actually how you like tuck your sleeves in if you want them to be
Yay.
like shorter. So, but I'm sure he's not the one who actually started fastening
he was
it.
told. Yeah, he was told to do so by like.
Ryunosuke absolutely showed him how to do
Yeah,
it,
obviously.
and then he just
And
unfastened
I mean, he
most
also
of
has a
it.
fucking obi. Like, you don't just know that shit.
Yeah. Also, can I just point out the fact that his tits are out? Very important.
Oh, very important.
Extremely important.
It's very important.
They are covered up by the fox, but you know.
They're very present, but
So
you
he
can also
covered
see
him
how
up,
fucking
the
small they are.
slut.
He is slightly covering them up, the slut.
There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. Sadly.
Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it goes cold. And don't gargle on it. I know how you are. I know what you are.
I'd be surprised if you
haven't
didn't at this point.
Well, you've been doing nothing but fucking for the past few months. I'm sorry, but really, I think it's time for a reconversion, Bruno.
Vision?
No!
Also, I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My
Wait,
latest
wait.
special blend.
I didn't even get to say what my. And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Cholmes' lodger and companion.
You can say it, you can say it.
Now we'll wait for the game to tell me what the secret is. Like the surprise.
Oh, yeah.
A truly exceptional young girl with the other highly successful serialization here in London.
Good for her.
Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, as published in Rand's magazine.
Now available for $9.99.
So, Mr. Naruto, won't you put us out of our misery? What surprised you this fine morning?
Ah, well, I'm Mpreg.
Oh no, you were an Omega this entire time.
How did I not know we were in the Omegaverse?
I should have known.
Maybe the
Known.
maybe the two bottle must have told you something.
Well, silly me, wasn't it that you, Sholmes, Hurley, who was actually working on some kind of, fertility thing the other day, but put it too close to the lemonade? I think it was for someone else, who came to you about it.
I'm
Did
sorry.
you?
I'm
Did you
sorry.
accidentally drink it?
I just had like the worst joke in my entire life. Like I said, I have two bottle, and I was gonna say one is for breeding, the other is for browning. Oh my god.
Oh, and now, dear Inosuke Naruto is petite, submissive, and breedable.
Unbreedable. Ah,
But I think
It
we all
fits.
established that he is not just that. He can
Is this-
absolutely take the reins of the relationship if he wants to. Good for him.
is this recording?
It is recording.
Yeah, I'm never getting president.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's unlisted. No one's gonna find it, casually.
Yeah. Anyway,
So, yeah.
I received a letter from Japan.
Oh, from Susie, you mean? Was it? Really?
Is it a congratulations on your pregnancy?
Well, I don't think I'm Mpreg from Susie, but yeah, that's right. And she had some rather startling news, in fact.
Well, no, is she congratulating you on that? And it's like, no, actually, she sent me, I should congratulate her because she just proposed to her girlfriend.
In court, no less.
She's sending me the alimony checks.
Intriguing indeed. You must tell us all about it over breakfast.
Oh yes, what fun!
I mean, I would say during breakfast.
Alright, let's fucking go, boys.
Dun 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 dun.
That machinery is imposing, isn't it? But I can never remember its name.
Hurley calls it his great analytical. He can analyze anything at all.
Well, I'll call that a shit ton of horse. What does analyzing something even mean?
An extremely astute question, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry?
Well, as Iris said, my machine here spits out analysis results of anything with which you care to present it. But how to interpret those results, that's the key, and I confess I have no idea. Clearly, I'm gonna have to construct a great analytoscope and a litoscope to solve the problem.
That might not help.
Oh, he's such a girl fail.
What if you
Are
put like a
Herlock's-
piece of...
Herlock's
Go,
gloves. They like it's like a fingerless glove that you would like. It's a archery glove, but it's fingerless, so it's useless.
Wait, are you talking more about Runosuke? Because Runosuke is the one with the archery gloves.
Well, Herlocks all don't have the ring and little finger, so. Hold on.
What if you put like a slice of wall into the analytoscope, and the analytoscope is like, wow, this wall is made out of wool!
Oh my gosh. It would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already saw that one. Yeah, it never changed.
Tumbling down.
How sad.
None of that.
Do we get more about the woman?
Oh, the woman.
Yes, we will. We have Stradivarius.
Yes, it's a Stradivarius. I'm afraid you'd have to save it for 100 years before you could afford one of them now.
Why don't you buy...
Oh, well. There, see? It's like...
Oh.
He has them too. Oh, but on his left, it's full! My man. Pick a lane. I
It's-
found
it's
it at
just
a
the
pawn
homeless drip.
brokery. Among the forfeited
He's a
articles. Right.
What?
The ignorant broker had no idea of its true values, so I paid a mere 55 shillings. I have something of a turn for shopping. Harlock Sholmes, Bargain Hunter. This video is
All
sponsored
right.
by Honey.
Not gonna lie, I think that's the most competent thing he ever did.
One of them,
That is
yeah.
very true.
If it is really a Stradivarius, then.
But of course, my dear fellow, it says on the label.
I think perhaps the ignorant broker had something of a turn for selling.
Oh, it's not a really?
Yeah.
Really? Dear Lord, he's... Oh my god, dude, of course. Of course he couldn't spot a real Stradivarius. He's so dumb. I love him.
Ah, yes. The huge metal chest with the lace cloth laid on it, being used as a table for tea and coffee. It's very sturdy, that's for sure, and firmly locked shut.
That contains my father's detailed records of Hurley's many cases.
Yes, so I've been led to believe, though personally I've never actually seen inside.
And that's the way it will stay. Those papers are a secret between Daddy and me. If you go opening it uninvited, you might find yourself being bitten.
What? Is there a beast inside?
The
Isaac?
speckled band!
Isaac?
Isaac and his mother lived in a small house on a hill.
You're actually really good at it.
I can only do the first thing. When you get to
Isaac.
this time of the year, there's something very relaxing with watching the flames flirt and dance about.
A fireplace in days of summertime is a waste of space. Really no use at all.
Rather like a great detective in days of no crimes and no criminals. Early?
But consider this. Instead of a fireplace, a frost place. That's my latest idea. Please give it to me!
Please.
I am...
Frost place.
The other day
He's
I was...
creating conditioning, air conditioning.
The other day I was desperately looking for ideas to cool my place down in summer. Because last time it was unbearable. And yeah, I found a couple of solutions, but dear God.
Yeah.
Short of getting an actual, like, climate thingy, which
Yeah.
is super, like, expensive and, like, loud and not worth it. Man, Like, I can put something on my windows to make them absorb less heat, but if the heat is in the walls...
I mean, your walls.
I'm fucked.
I'm in your wall. I'm hot.
Which, I mean, because this is a fucking concrete building. Anyways,
Yeah,
yeah,
Europe-
freeze place. Woo!
Europe was not built with climate change in mind.
For real.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, also because this room is like facing the main road, there's there's double windows, so I can like dampen the sound. But then I think that also kind of has a greenhouse effect to it.
Oh.
Which, at least I imagine that's what's happening there. Which is, you know, bad.
It's funny it's called greenhouse and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
An extraordinary hearth from which emanates a cool breeze in the hot summer months. What do you think? I love it.
I think if you invented such a thing, you know, we go down in history.
Please, Herlock, do it! The principle is extremely simple. One must, of course, light a cold fire in the hearth.
Yes, of course. Brilliant.
The trouble is, none of the fires I built ever burn cold. How it taunts me.
Don't give up now.
So as you British say, it's a bit of a. I'm not saying that.
Damn squid.
Damn squib. Squid Games!
I'm not becoming that British.
Oh, we can't see we can't see the woman.
There are different pieces of evidence from case you've solved, aren't they, Mr. Sholmes?
Not quite, Mr. Naruhodo, not quite. These trinkets are a selection from cases I've solved with particular aplomb.
Please don't use French.
They are souvenirs of my success.
He doesn't stop.
Memories, Mr. Naruhodo, memories!
Really? So tell me about the case in which the bust of Napoleon featured.
I forgot.
Memories says, wonderful, Mr. Sholmes, wonderful.
He's such a girl fail.
Okay, Iris has like the prototype e-girl room. Like
She
if you
does.
replace the typewriter with like a gaming setup, that's it.
I think it's wonderful.
Iris should become a VTuber.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, but she would absolutely be a VTuber. Like, actually, I made up, like, in my head, I made up a modern AU. And in my head, Van Zieks is a YouTuber who tests out wines, you know? You know, he's the kind of guy to, like, get sponsored by, you know, there's one business that is actually sponsoring YouTubers these days. I don't remember what name it is.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? And I
Yeah.
feel like he would absolutely just have that as a sponsorship all the time. And at some point, he plays like Among Us with like Iris on her channel, because she's like she has a gaming channel, and people really like his voice. You know, a bit like Cope's husband. You know.
Oh no!
And-
Please do not talk about Corpse Husband. I have some lore related to him that I will not talk about under. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a negative.
Cool.
It's like a negative thing about Cope's husband.
Oh,
I guess.
not Corpse Husband, but it's tangent to it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And yeah. So either way, like it's a bit like I'm talking about the origin story of Cope's husband.
Yeah,
As in, like, his origin story as someone who plays video games and is absolutely thirsted after. As in, people were like, oh my god, it was so cool to see you play this game. Can you, like, play more and everything? And then he starts playing games on his main YouTube channel. And he becomes really popular from it, while he had, like, maybe, like, 100 YouTubers from, like, wine testing. So that's my headcanon for modern Van Zieks. He just becomes a really like popular YouTuber, and he has a at some point he had the PO Box event, and he received you know, those earphones with the cat ears on top. So yeah,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
sorry.
Nah, it's cool. No, you can...
A carbuncle, huh?
Oh, blue garnet.
That's the thing,
Usually
usually red.
Yeah, we can skim through the rest of these. What's
Mm-hmm.
the tea? What's the tea, sis?
Lots of herbs.
sounds
It is
no,
ominous.
No, she put cocaine in the tea.
Oh yeah.
We're microdosing today, boys!
I mean, Herlock always has cocaine on hand, so
Like
I would
it's
believe
lore
it.
accurate. Like
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes was fucking drug addict.
Yeah, he was. He loved cocaine.
Who doesn't?
I know, right? Like, that's the reason why I'm so sad we don't have John Wilson, sorry, here.
Oh no!
Because
this is like the equivalent of wrong layer.
oh, this is terrible.
Oh no. This is like the equivalent of you telling the best joke ever and you were muted on Discord.
Oh, it's so fucking sad. Dude, I've had times where I was writing in my dreams. I think that was like the worst. Like I had like the
shit.
best. I was working so much.
I had a dream where I had
He
games.
He polished off a full
God.
bottle of Arkanoids.
Oh god.
He what? He was hungry.
hungry.
How hungry?
Oh my god.
Oh, Herlock, you're
and in the
such a
end-
disaster.
He was hungry.
He never ate again after that.
Oh my god. Airlock.
Look at my badge!
Have you seen my badge?
Not another one!
I haven't said anything.
See. This will be a collar for a breed of miniature
Breed.
canine with a particularly long neck. And for winter use.
I actually, as a harem I always wear that symbolized my role as a defense lawyer. But it did belong to a pet at one
Precisely!
point.
Which leads us to one conclusion. Your arm is in fact the particularly long neck of a miniature canine. In other words, you are a pet, as we have established back at the ship.
I'm starting to wish I'd never show him this now. The man's barking mad.
Woof woof.
Ruff,
Oh
ruff.
wait, shit, no. I didn't want to do
No,
it again.
not
What
again.
breed of dog Airlock Shums would be?
Oh, her?
I feel like he would be like the let me do it for you dog. Do it. Can you imagine it? I can.
like because I know that canonically in DGS he is shown as a rabbit, like hair lock, like he's a hare.
Okay.
Well,
you know,
I mean, I suppose.
Bum, bum, bum,
Oh, the
bum,
music.
bum, bum, bum.
It's Susato's theme.
The kettle's gently simmering. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
fine.
Can skip.
Yeah,
mean,
it's flavor text.
I have time
Faff
to
around
finish
too
my
much.
dessert.
Yeah.
Finish your dessert.
Understandable.
Yeah, so basically he is a matcha, but like an e-girl matcha enjoyer, you know?
Okay.
Oh my god, Herlock Sholmes
No.
drank some green tea and died. He was like, green tea.
I have some very strong opinion on what you just said. As someone who went to Japan and did like the actual tea ceremony and shit,
Yeah.
real ass matcha has nothing to do with like the white girl cake Starbucks latte ass.
Oh,
matcha.
I know that.
And I can't stand one, but I love the other. Yeah.
That's understandable. Personally, I personally don't really like matcha when it's like a latte matcha. Like I don't dislike it. I just personally like matcha just with water and a bit of like lemon in it. It actually brings out a lot of the qualities of the matcha to drink it with lemon.
Okay, but do you beat the shit out of it?
No.
Then
I
you're
wouldn't.
making it wrong. No.
Oh,
That's...
I mean, I thought you meant like beating the shit out of like the e-girl matcha.
No, the tea.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta beat the shit out of it, otherwise
Yeah,
it's
okay,
like
good,
not
good,
actually
good.
mixed together.
Yeah, okay, good.
I mean, yeah, you gotta, because otherwise it's fucking disgusting, because you have like little like particles that just gonna get stuck in there, and you're
Yeah.
like.
I mean, like, they have the wall set and everything, if you can see. Like, she has, like, the tampon that she used to mix it up.
Yeah, she does. I think the only reason it is bitter to Orunosuke is just because he's a little bitch.
He still misses Susato.
Isn't like Phoenix Wright bad with coffee? Isn't it like something he inherited?
What? Sorry.
Is Phoenix bad with coffee?
Yeah, I think he's not that great with coffee. I
Yeah.
think he doesn't know shit about it.
Yeah,
Like he
maybe a
drinks
running
it, but he's
joke.
not great about it. Yeah.
What-
Like
what do you
Urunosuke
Go on.
only likes green tea if it has a ton of milk and sugar into it, which is why I was like, yeah, he likes his tea like a,
I love that the content
e-girl
of the
tea.
bonus episode is represented in these fucking flavor texts.
It's so cute.
Anemone.
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 Wow, I love milk.
Tea.
Oh, it's so cute. I fucking love this game.
He loves his bestie.
Bestie.
Converse.
Alright. Letter time!
This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by International Post.
Oh, lovely. Look, it's this beautiful in writing. I wish I could read it.
Well, actually, it's English, you dumb shit.
And how's your judicial assistant faring, may I ask?
She's very well, thank you. And in fact, according to what she's written, she's getting married in 2 minutes. Wow!
Woo!
Real.
And she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japanese Supreme Court, but who cares?
Oh, really? Oh, isn't she wonderful?
A cut above your good self, my dear fellow.
I've won cases too, you know. Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness.
Natsume. Nah, I don't recall that name.
Of course you do, we helped the man twice!
Oh, he's got such a fish brain. Oh, little
I
guy.
love him. He's so dumb.
You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago?
Oh, the mustache, twitchy man with the somewhat feline eyes and the mustache.
He didn't have 2 mustaches, Hurley.
Yeah, who could forget those 2 cases? They made a very deep impression on me. Although I must confess the details are a little hazy now.
Oh my
A
god.
very deep impression they made on you. Clearly.
They left an impression that doesn't mean they left memories. So what was this startling news penned by Mr. Sato?
Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case of that nature did not occur.
He's totally forgotten about it, isn't he?
I have
Anyway,
limited RAM space, alright?
Yeah, well, buy a hard drive. Shut up. Anyway, in her letter, Miss Suzato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further.
Though it took place half a year ago, for what purpose?
Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings.
Oh?
On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Miss Suzato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send a telegram.
Oh, that case! Yes! It was very strange, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't there, but yes.
And I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication too. But then Hurley here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. That story must not be published, you said. Very mysteriously as well.
Really? I said that? Are you sure? Gaslighting Ray.
I know all your tricks, Hurley. You can't gaslight me.
I know. But it's fun. It's funny to try. And you know, I gotta give Raimi a little exercise every now and then.
Está buenas.
I like to imagine Remy, you know, like the fucking hamster in Professor Layton, he's getting fat. He's like, I haven't gaslighted in so long.
No, not the hamster.
Yeah.
I love this game so much. I just love doing little puzzles for the hamster. It's so
funny.
It's my favorite thing about it.
But why Miss Suzato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan?
Paching.
It's been 4 months now.
Sorry.
The tea!
The tea, sorry. That was a special property of the tea. I'm sorry. It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off a Dover.
Oh my god, it's the opposite of fucking helium.
It's the actual tea. Just like Frosty.
It's just shock, wasn't it? Sorry, my voice is back. Then why did she just suddenly announce that she had to go back to Japan?
Indeed it was. Due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. And she was acting weird about the Hound of the Baskervilles case, too. Strange.
That's right, telling her to return urgently.
Yes, because her father had passed away.
No. It just said he was suffering from a high fever. The cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse.
A ruse? So Susie's daddy lied to her so that she'd make the voyage back home? Why would he do that?
I have to admit, I have no idea.
Literally couldn't wait a singular fucking day. That motherfucker.
Yep.
The man coughed one and was like, "Go back home."
Come back, I need you here.
I have anime tuberculosis. I'm fucking dying out there.
Sad JK, 1st of April. Sorry.
Lol, wow, even.
I'd
But
be
now
like,
that you're here. But now that you're here, keeps you here.
Puts you in
But she
pocket.
You see, I see this young woman, remember me, right? Remember me. Wouldn't you mind to go and give her a little chat? You know, little kiss, little date at the milk bar.
oh my god, I will be watching.
We will both be watching me and Sengoku over here. Just just the judge and Mikotoma just like being allies, just absolutely just.
No, dress up as a man.
That'll work. That will. This way you can avoid any. This is where you can avoid any kind of homophobia.
But you believe it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly like that, I wonder what Miss Susato's father is hiding.
Holly, do you know what it's all about?
My man is lying.
Oh, well, who could say? I'm no longer
You're
putting my
sus.
tits away.
But you said
I mean, he doesn't have tits, but you know, they're there.
He has nothing. Look
He
at
has
how flat
nothing.
this shit is.
no, even I have more.
Yeah, like of course, because everyone has more than this motherfucker.
Except for the abs and biceps.
Oh, he got a pretty good biceps. Yeah, that's true.
Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today.
What a good way to avoid the question.
And a stringent analysis of the matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite a leader. So, man the fort in my absence, won't you, Iris?
I will, Harley. Don't worry. See you later.
What if like
Adieu.
you look at his calendar and like 95% of his days like fuck around and fight out?
Yes,
That's totally what it
absolutely.
is. It's just that today he has accumulated too many fuck around and find out.
Yeah, he has to fuck around twice as much.
It's
Oh no, I
it's
fear
like,
for the inhabitants of London.
It's 90% fuck around and find out, and 10% sit in front of Barrock's estate.
And just, just wistfully,
No, we're like the boombox,
No, with the music boxes he got.
Yeah, the music
Allez,
box.
reviens, je t'aime, grosse connasse.
And he waddled away.
And he waddled away.
I think perhaps Professor Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something there. Suzuki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Sholmes.
I found them at last.
Iris, are they?
The notes about the case? That's right. Susie and I compiled them together.
They look very similar to the case notes about McGilded.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very, very peculiar about the way she does it. The case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, Bruno?
Absolutely. Thank you, Iris.
Oh my god, they're gonna play the visual novel Ace Attorney in real time.
What if you read like the second case from the first game? I have no idea what secrets could be hiding in the shadow of this case. Wow, this guy was hiding his boyfriend in the closet? That's so gay! Oh, wait.
Oh, you're not ready.
But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light.
Come.
That's the spirit.
Spirit of God.
Oh yeah, right.
Always spirit to come.
And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes again together. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail. I just need to find a clue, and I have all the time in the world.
Hello.
Hello.
Come.
Necessary.
Very necessary. We just want to come. Yay!
Because of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the course of What?
Yeah, because of what happened, you know, in the last case of the first game, where because you kind of leaked the government secrets, you know.
Right.
Oh. It was 6 months ago, a mysterious incident had unfolded on the wintry street of London. Oh! Sorry, I came out of nowhere. A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick, and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time, and was duly arrested. The man was Suzuki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Scholz. Believing in your compatriot's innocence, Suzito-san and I decided to represent Suzuki-san in court. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence. God for joyous jubilation!
Yeah.
That
What's
was the
the
man's
reaction?
reaction. We received a telegram from Mr. Scholz the following morning.
The victim of a Briar Road stabbings has regained consciousness.
Yeah, go on.
Hurry to Bart's at once! I am speaking through you once again. I know I use this power rarely at this time of by now because we now live together. It would simply feel weird.
One more proof that Herlock Sholm is an elephant. So, anyway, Suzato-san and I summoned Hanson and headed immediately to the hospital.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, we didn't. Okay, that's kind of weird.
What's that?
The game
statue?
forgot. Raimi!
Raimi is here.
That's him.
Well, no,
I think
no, it was the Russian guy. It was a gray mouse.
It was a gray mouse. Raimi was a gray mouse. That's true. Who is this one?
Raimi too.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. There we go.
Oh, that's based.
There you are at last.
Wait,
I
need to get dressed.
Oh no, you gotta get dressed.
I think not.
Oh,
Oh, you look so.
Oh wow. Oh.
Oh, girl. The
girl.
hearts. Oh.
Girl, you're a Power Ranger.
Kinda.
Showed their fighting crimes.
Late. What on earth took you so long?
Changing.
Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital.
That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made a very good time.
The time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity.
Oh, the HGHG is so big.
In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. And feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one to you.
Well, thanks for that.
Sometimes I just like being an asshole. You know,
Kind of
to
a
remind
bitch.
us that we're gay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You're
boy.
here now, so the victim is over there. She's only
You know
just
what they
regained
say, you are what
consciousness.
you eat.
Oh, shut up. And I'm kind of a dick.
She's so rotund. Oh. You
She's
should
very
introduce
rotund.
yourselves, and I shall observe from here.
Okay, who's playing Olive?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, so that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife in her back.
Her name is... yes, here we are. Miss Green.
Raimi! Bartholomew.
Raimi.
Bartholomew. Mouse, Mr. Nerudo. An enormous mouse.
A vermin in the hospital? That doesn't seem the best.
But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump.
I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking about.
Well, the cracks in the walls sure are, but oh well. Renovations are hard.
Yeah.
That must be a bag of Miss Green's personal belongings.
She would have been brought direct here after she was found stabbed on the pavement, though.
I expect a friend or family member probably bought some things for her.
Alright then, let's see what's inside. A change of clothes
Right
would
in
have
front
been...
of her face!
Yeah.
No, Mr. Naruto. You must never scrutinize a young maiden's personal belongings.
But the young maiden might have chocolates or biscuits or caramel!
Oh my god, Ryonosuke,
So you wanted to
that's
stab-
so
you wanted
rude!
You wanted to just, like, steal them?
Bro!
Girly?
There are
Uncalled
lots
for.
of bottles in that cabinet, aren't there? Do you think it's safe to keep them like that?
Probably not.
If you were a patient here, I feel sure you'd take some medicine by mistake when you were half asleep.
That is a worry. But at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one.
Oh, I've no doubt you managed to unlock that somehow while you were half asleep as well.
There are limits even to what I can do if I'm half asleep, you know, Miss Susato. Huh. This was like the patient's treatment note. Let's see. Do not feed.
God
Oh.
damn!
God damn.
What is this place, a zoo?
Literally 1984.
Literally 1984.
1984.
You know, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign in our local park.
But for the pigeon, yes, but this is a person. Ah, poor woman, I hope she hasn't read this.
Yeah, me too. Like, girly. Poor little girl. Man.
This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it?
Oh, shut up.
I don't think that's a decoration, Miss Naruto.
Hmm.
It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses.
Why? Why gold though?
I think it's... I don't know.
Really, it's not exactly what you call a typical figure for that purpose, though, isn't it?
Oh my god.
No fat phobia on
Ryonosuke.
my server.
Shut the fuck up, man. But like, I mean, it's not even life-sized, so that's not really useful, actually.
I mean, it doesn't have to be life-size, dude.
I mean, yeah, okay, if you like do the design.
I have a
like,
mannequin at home,
a
and it's not
lower
life-sized.
Scale. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very normal to have small mannequins like this.
Yeah, okay.
For, like,
okay.
Posing post purposes. I have one right now.
Oh yeah,
Why?
for pose. Oh yeah, it's for posing, not for.
Oh, true.
It's not a
Yeah, it's
mannequin
for posing.
fitting. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. The Sims
it's
just
an-
brain took over.
yeah, it's an art it's for art purposes.
yeah, that's
No,
true.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry.
No, I suppose
I've
not.
been working on stuff all day. Well, not much all day.
It's okay.
Today was
It's
not
Don't
okay
you
now.
dare work. Oh my
no,
god.
I suppose not.
Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job.
Oh my god,
Oh my God.
please.
You guys.
Look, there's a photograph in this frame here.
Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman.
It looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say.
Oh, he's a painter. He's the one who used the sculpture. Oh.
Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think?
Oh. That would
Aw.
be cute.
My Miss Naruto. I didn't know you had a sense for matches of the heart.
No, not in the least. I seriously said the first thing I thought of.
God, Susato, you've got so many hearts on your thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she is JoJo. She's just JoJo core.
She is. Alright.
Who dis?
This looks like the do not permit to run around the hospital. This is 1984.
This is 1984.
George
patient-
Orwell was in this hospital.
The patient doesn't seem to be here at the moment, so...
He or she is probably running around the hospital then.
Oh dear, how worrying.
What's wrong is, why they haven't discharged the patient yet?
I bet Herlock's notes when he was here said, "Bitch is fucking immortal. Don't even worry about it." Medicine cabinet.
Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were packaged, she might try a whole bottle or two.
Well, at least there seems to be a
Yeah,
little
the
luck.
luck.
I can imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worry that you'd break the lock.
Hunger doesn't turn me into a criminal.
Really? You're like an animal. You're a pet.
You're a pet. Alright.
Only Hello can say that. Good morning. Hello, I'm Ryunosuke Naruto from the Empire of Japan.
Oh no! Was it your knife that... Are you the man who...
No, I'm a lawyer.
And I'm Sasato Mikotoba. Pleased to meet you.
Oh no! Was it your knife then? Are you the
Calm the fuck down.
No, I assure you. I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regaining consciousness and wanted to come to give you our best wishes.
Best wishes! Best wishes for me? I love that show. Thank you.
She saw me for real.
I'm olive green. I'm
Like
an artist.
Olive?
I'm Owl Eve. My favorite character is Trip.
She's literally me for real though. She's like so me for
Well,
real.
No, that's not right, is it? Well, I mean... What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. Hell no, I don't.
I'll say that.
It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back.
I don't think that's related, actually.
Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down.
Yeah.
I can't bend
So please,
backwards.
Yunosuke, stop being the worst.
Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you were walking around the pavement. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green.
It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all this time.
The case has been solved, hasn't it? Well, I've been here in the hospital, I mean. Indeed it has, my dear madam! Spectacularly, by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes.
Shut the fuck up. Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Miss Naruto's hard work in court that solved the case.
Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green?
Yes, I'm afraid so. The gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly. Gregson!
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna see some Gregson.
Me coming around seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. It was
Oh my
selfish
God.
of me. Oh my god.
Oh no! We're also relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are.
With that kind of attitude, maybe your surname would be Blue, not Green.
What's the point of feeling
Mrs.
blue?
Ooh, why so blue?
So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. Like a little owl chick. I mean, I'm a student of art, really. At the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts.
Oh, she's gay.
That's not how I would pronounce it.
Oh my, an Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts? Oh, no, actually. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road. I see. How very interesting. This flavor is new to me. Oh no, is it? Brixton is some 10 stops away on the underground from here. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton Town Centre.
Does that matter, Mr. Sholmes?
Perhaps not, but Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt on by those of inferior means. Classism. Including the maleficent Mr. Mustache.
Inferior means I suppose que santos fit to be.
Only because he spent all his
Racism.
stipend on fucking books.
It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine art student to be walking in such a district.
He doesn't look young though. He looks like 52.
Man.
What's this? She suddenly climbed up.
Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs.
Oh dear me, do forgive me. You motherfucker. If you don't mind. I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Oh yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Is there Mr. Narrowfooter here? Mr. Narrowfooter! Narrowfooter now. Well, if you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me. Ah, Narrowfooter, good. This is for you. It's a message from Mrs. Susin. No.
Saucy Nuts Meg.
Saucy nutmeg!
Mr. That's missing message.
But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Miss Natsume?
Exactly, what's going on? What's the Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy this time in the morning?
Ah, what are you waiting for? Let me see that. Snatched. Well, this is most unexpected.
Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes?
Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? He says, have you not seen in this note?
Oh, could I have?
It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls, a case of murder, no less. We must depart at once.
Murder!
Call a cab. Time is of the essence.
But we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodging once we did.
That will be entirely convenient.
Convenient? What do you mean?
Literally just take the note. It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. The murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings. He is dead. What returned to Japan was his ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what?
I'll hail a fiker at
Oh
once.
my, yeah,
I think that
that's
was
not how I
right.
read it. That's not how I read it.
Fiacre.
Yeah. that means a lot of things.
Yeah, it does.
It was only yesterday that Suki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubt about his innocence, and now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address? He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was far worse than we thought.
Ba-ba-bum-ba-dum.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna go on Wikipedia to check if this shit is real.
Fiacre?
No. Ah!
Oh!
Of course they're real. I have one.
Oh!
I have two.
Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah. There was like a yeah. I don't remember in what context the jester was around, but I think I remember this fellow.
Oh, yeah. This fellow. Oh my! The gentleman is deceased! Without question, he's dead!
Look, I'm still amazed at that with his quiet.
That's me.
Why is this
Hello,
happening? Why to me? I only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery.
Oh,
And then waking the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Waffle worm without wiggle.
Oh, I love him so much.
What the fuck did I just walk into?
Natsume
without wiggle.
Soseki doing his funny little thing.
Yeah.
And
Hello,
Manny's dead.
Gracia.
Do you want to go back to Ryunosuke or should I continue?
Oh, I got him.
Okay.
I see you in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache.
No, the horrible Herlock Sholmes. Shove yourself to the door. I've never invited you.
Mr. Sholmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help us, Mr. Natsume.
I'm entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you?
Fuck off.
Yo, why is fit like that?
Because it's custom.
Yeah,
it's
DLC outfit.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense. So I was about to say that's kind of, you know,
Yeah, it's kinda,
Yeah,
you know,
no.
it's kinda, you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
fits.
kinda, it's kinda nailed.
I mean, they're all gay. It's Ace Attorney. So.
Everyone's gay.
you know what? That's a good point.
Gregson!
Gregson!
Oh, there they are already. The buzz buddies.
Now, Inspector Gregson, what a pleasant surprise.
His tits are so out.
Ah, pleasant is it? Well, give me heartburn every time I see your face at the crime scene shows.
But don't
Why
you
are you
love
eating his
my
fries
beautiful
like
pecs?
Oh, he loves him fries like
I
that.
love them fries.
I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food.
Okay, hang on. I came in here to ask questions about school, not get called out by a fucking video game.
Well, sorry, that's
Asshole.
what's happening.
Okay, but ask a question about school. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're in, I believe, year or semester 3, correct?
Year 3. Yeah, we're gonna go into year 3 now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, I
Halfway
just wanted. I'm
through.
currently redesigning Loris.
Ooh.
Yay! Loris redesign.
Honors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as you keep the colors, you know, the color scheme, you can do whatever the heck you want with the design.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, there's
obviously
also
it's-
ball designs.
yeah, also ball design because there will be a ball in the 3rd year. So don't hesitate to come up with like a suit or a dress or.
Oh!
you know.
Fuck it, we ball.
I thought you meant like. Hold on, let me find the fucking gif.
Fuck it, we ball.
Wrong kind of ball.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't thinking of that ball. I was thinking of a fancy little, you know, thingy.
Yeah, I can do it. Ball Loris.
So don't hesitate to basically create 2 of them. I'm wondering if I want to draw for the thumbnail either the ball outfit or redesigns, but I might go with ball outfit. That's funny too. Either way, please go wild on the redesigns.
Oh god, you've disappeared, Gracia.
You could do both. I don't know why you're
You're so
dying in the
quiet.
ocean.
What the fuck?
Oh, there you are.
Ah! I think my headphones are just dying.
This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything.
This is a crime scene. Gracie has died.
He's fucking dying.
Good morning to you too,
Oh
sunshine.
no.
Oh no.
What a tragedy.
Oh,
It is
the
tragic.
misery.
I'm dead.
Also, not his little shoes.
His little
Oh, yo,
shoes.
them toes.
He's
We
got
can see
his
them
toes out
toes.
for the lads.
Look at them
Put-
toes.
Put those grippers away.
Alright, I'm headed out.
Okay,
Have
I can.
fun with the game, fellas.
boy.
Thank you.
Oh, I said hands up. You're gonna mess up the question.
No, I just wanted to look, that's all.
No chance. I know you're kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it.
Someone's in a bad mood. There's certainly some bad hair in here, isn't there?
Did you fart again, Schultz?
Yes! Hey, it sounds like I'd better talk to the inspector first. Fine, okay.
Try to curry something.
Jeez, Louise. So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he?
Mr. Williams.
I love how you cut yourself off.
Sorry, sir. Mr. William Shakespeare. It was the lodger
It
here.
was a sham! Oh no!
As you can probably tell, he was an actor. A bit of a dead loss as it happens, or just dead at this point.
Mr. Shakespeare.
Oh. Is he the one who wrote, Rhapsody on a... No.
No.
It was... No, okay, that was a bad joke. Majesty is in fucking despair.
Yeah.
But not literally.
It's
Oh,
the right-
please no.
It's the guy who wrote Romeo and Juliet. It was shit. It was the landlord, old Mr. Gardeb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him.
Oh my god, Owl, you should ask Gracia to take B characters and put them in school. Year 1.
Oh boy. I might, possibly.
This fella didn't rise at his usual hours, so Gardeb got worried and kicked the door down.
But doesn't Mr. Gardeb have a bad leg?
Oh yeah, you're right. It was that jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kicking.
Really? Soseki-san.
Yeah, that's cool.
The victim was pretty hard up, it seems, even done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. His only acquaintance were the people in his house. Miserable life, and a miserable end to it.
God damn. What exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? He was there to discover the body. Like, he's a witness.
Well, I'm not saying it's because the fella looks sore or anything, or that he acts suspicious. But I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabiter.
You nearly said culprit there, didn't you?
It's just that's my accent.
Oh dear. Miss Natsume appears to be under suspicion again.
It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he? Literally, Mans is in London, has a terrible time with xenophobia, and then is accused of 2 crimes in a row. Motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, I understand he's on to xenophobia, honestly. Oh, poor man. How unfortunate.
Anyway, I can't say much until the coroner's gets here. But I don't think the fella's been a goner that long. The body still's warm.
Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body. Alright. Hey, Mr.
I just love that the
Natsume.
body is just there.
Yep. What a terrible thing to have happened.
It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. Oh, and then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences.
So the victim lived here on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. In a way, we're neighbors, I suppose.
So, did you know the victim? Were you friends?
I mean,
Don't have it anyway. What's the matter, Soseki? It was an innocent enough question. Why is he literally shaking?
wait. I suppose it wasn't a complete stranger, but did he ever invite me to his room? Never! No. On my honor, I swear it!
What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you never asked now, aren't you, Miss Narodo?
Oh my god, that's so ominous. When we found me here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. To that inspector over there!
God damn it, Nebel.
I said through the inspector, not in the inspector!
I'm really... Biking is nice, but also it is winter.
Girl. Baby girl.
Oh, my fucking baby girl. Ass.
Oh, no ass. As you can see, no ass.
No cake.
He has
Mr.
nothing.
Sholmes, I should be expecting this by now. You need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. Investigating! There's nothing natural about that pose.
Mr. Sholmes, have you made some miraculous discovery?
Patience, my dear madam, patience. The miraculous are all in France, don't you know?
Oh my god.
We've not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened.
Oh, by the way, look at her purse. She has the little like Usato.
Yeah.
She has little Usato. That's so good. But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Sholmes?
Now that you proposed the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night, in which the victim fought for his life. Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is something Mr. Sholmes? Oh god.
No, don't mind me. Forget I was here.
And my second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips.
Nonsense.
Oh god. Alright, Mr. Natsume, why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Sholmes' deductions?
No, please. Pretend I'm not here. I'm fine. Invisible, ineffable, incrustable, insignificant.
Incrustable. Impossible to ignore.
You must tell us everything, Mr. Sholmes. Spare no detail.
But of course. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 acts. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We've had some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Sholmes in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time?
I wonder.
So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. On the Raven Queen's ascension.
No, you shut the fuck up.
For Alex Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular Act 1.
It makes no sense
shifted
because
back.
it's a different outfit. Look at this, it's gonna make no sense. Look at this, look at this.
Let's go. I love shifting realities with my other self.
Oh!
Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth from the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate, which contains, you will observe, 1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is the soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact, yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms, in the form of this cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast.
You would know something about that, wouldn't you, Sholmes?
Oh.
But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, haven't you heard about the Tide Pod incidents?
I mean, surely this fellow is watching TikTok that looks at it.
Clearly, he is one of the TikTokers. He does those Tic Tac videos.
He doesn't.
Not the Tic Tac video. Dude, I am this close to making Tic Tac or something similar to that actually, like, a thing in the school universe.
For
you
real,
guys are
for
not
real?
ready.
Oh, yeah.
I'm this close to making it a real thing.
The victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. Oh my god, you know what we could do in school? We could do mini plays.
We could do mini plays.
Just shorter performances for some events or whatever.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
It's mostly the idea that I might have stuff to write.
The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course. He looks like someone who has eaten candles before.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
I've had glue before, and I'm safe.
Oh my god, I think we all had glue before.
The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Indeed! What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And the sole key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed of its way to the hereafter. I mean, okay, but like, right, the first case was just in court, and the second case of the last one was just investigation, so is that the case here again? I think it might be.
No.
No? Okay, we're going to court. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
This concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes' great deduction. There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes. You're disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Naruto? Pray, what concerns you? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? It is quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing. I mean, not the dumbest argument.
Extraordinary.
In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past.
I told you, don't make jokes.
Not surprising. My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut.
I mean, if you barf after it, yeah.
And did it?
As I withered in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach. Yes, I believe it did. The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste that leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. Don't try this at home, kids. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it if you did.
My next first is gonna be Tide Pods. They look delicious.
There's something that troubles me as well, actually. It's Mr. Natsume. I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye.
He was in frame, ma'am.
Almost as if Mr. Sholmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow.
No, don't say.
That clenched cheese episode didn't last.
I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deduction may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth.
It's like Herlock is the perfect director, not actor.
Yeah.
Or like, he's not the writer of the play, he's the director.
Absolutely.
Mr. Shum's observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it into an obtuse angle. Yeah, he is slightly Quintilius core. That's why I love him. I can't resist.
Also, just Soseki, like, taking up cycling. Do you remember, like, the...
I know.
Yeah,
do you remember in the story?
Yeah, the side
bicycle.
story.
Yeah, the side story.
Historical accounts! Wahoo!
Oh, wow.
When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out.
It's too gay.
Let's see what we can do.
Yes, we must speak out the keywords in Mr. Sholmes' quite brilliant deductions and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Sholmes meant to say in the first place.
In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Oh my god, he already anticipated it.
Yeah, he did.
Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delighted wonder, let the curtains rise on our gay little dance. Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular Act 1. With the additional Ryunosuke Naohodo. Hold it! We can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something or about to eat something.
Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I should prefer to use a fork than to attend it with chopsticks.
And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate. Half? It looks like it was just a tiny bit. That's a long bar of soap.
Unless it was a very big soap, yeah. But might there not be some other explanations? Something material that proves whether or not the men really ate some soap.
That's the hat. Hello. Oh, there's more soap on the floor. Mr. Shamspeare must really have loved this stuff.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Mr. Naruto. Look closely at the soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table?
What the? How?
I think that there are two halves of the same bar that broke apart.
But that's not the key. Oh, I can look under the table. Cool. There's nothing in the cup.
You can see by his shoes that he was very fruity.
I think he was drinking tea with his soap.
The cup's empty, so there's no way of knowing.
As you do.
Oh, but this one idea. Perhaps the cup was full of water. And he was dissolving soap in it so he could gulp it down his... Oh my god, Ryunosuke.
That's even dumber than what Jones proposed.
Please remember that he may not actually have been the soap lover that he's made out to be.
Right. Then I guess it is about the second piece.
Yep.
We break reality. That is why in his eye, it's so cute!
He has Chunosuke on his shoulder!
Yo.
And like, he's got stars on the goggles. And like a star
because
pin
that's
because
his emblem.
That's
his emblem.
Adorable.
He's so cute. Also, he has this little like cravat, you know, like the little tie, the red tie from it, like, you know, Phoenix Wright.
Aww.
And his outfit is blue.
Oh,
Phoenix.
we've got... Huh. Oh, we just got these two.
Oh yeah, we kept those.
It. Cool beans. They weren't there earlier, but you know.
Yeah, we kept
right,
those.
Right, it was because I was looking in the court record before the flashback.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the other piece of soap reveals the answer. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all. But it's obvious, really, for no depth of hunger could drive a man to attempt
the
to
way
eat
he
soap.
looks at him, the stare.
Bitch, you bitch, you thought.
Like, look at him. He's like, bruh, the fuck you talking about, Sholmes? Even Chunosuke is like,
why are you looking at me like that? Are you expecting me to pick up the soap? No, that won't do.
Chunosuke is like,
is that muy nasty?
Oh my god! You're right. Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite. That begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek. Mr. Shrums is still pushing the soap argument.
perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it.
If soap and lemon is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. There are no signs of any food in this room at all.
Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not the stain. Does he have anything on his person? No. It's about the teacup. A Western vessel for the serving of infusions of dry tea leaves. That's so dictionary.
It's a
of you.
teacup. It's a teacup, Miss Naruto, as you well know. Stop putting on airs.
Hey man, I'm sorry. Sholmes is like looking over my shoulder. He's influencing my thoughts. You know how it is, the possession thing.
He's that muy nasty.
I thought this little Chunosuke was protecting your thoughts. What?
No, he's kind of, it's sort of the opposite. He's kind of channeling them.
And it's empty.
And so we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest that he was drinking tea.
My thoughts exactly.
Bing! Oh yeah, I remember what I was about to say before I was blown away by the outfits. It's that they break reality with each edition, and that is why between them they have their old outfits. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup. Indeed, cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. And it would appear that this victim drank every last drop. Have you ever heard of the assassin's teacup? It's very intriguing. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room. Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup. But why the fuck is there soap on this fucking plate?
I don't know. I mean, I know, but I'm not telling you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's convoluted.
The Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deduction so far.
Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shamsby was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that, but what troubles me
is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Sholmes suggested. There's more to this deduction than it seems.
We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for more clues.
Can I... There's another one! It's another Western tea... Oh my god!
It's a teacup! And it too is empty.
Like, let's just like get so fucking angry about it.
Understandable. Given that he's actually holding this one in his hand, we can assume that
this is the cup from which Mr. Shamsby was actually drinking. Thank you.
But if that's the case, this changes everything! Oh no! Got a bad feeling about this. Almost don't want to say it.
Yes, I know exactly how you feel.
Take that!
Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer.
Okay. Okay.
Yes!
Sorry, I have my
there were 2 teacups in this room all along. In other words, this is a strong indication that the victim's last supper... There was a guest present! Oh, that silhouette gives it away! That's the banker!
Oh my god, banker!
At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else was here in this room last night, taking tea with the victim.
What are you talking about? It's only unbelievable, interesting, unreasonable.
To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. I'm noticing that, the tissue in your breast pocket looks like a piece of meat, to be honest.
God.
In which case...
Yes, that's some spam. You put some spam in the tea, haven't you?
Spam in your pocket.
Oh, that's why he died.
It's the
Indeed,
spam.
he got poisoned.
Food poisoning.
It's the spam.
In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table?
That was the fastest. Like, it was like on full motion.
Yeah, it was because I hold the B button. That speeds things up. Not sure I like this deduction is going.
I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap.
But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about.
Oh boy. Wait 1 second. Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruto. Facts don't care about feelings.
I suppose not. Time to look around again. Even Mr. Shamspeare didn't need candles, it seems.
We've already established that he didn't eat soap either.
Ah, do you think perhaps the guest brought this candle here last night?
Even if he or she did it, does it reveal anything about the guest's identity?
And I mean, the candle is not burned down at all. There goes my idea. Snuffed out like the candle will be.
If you sigh so deeply, Miss Naruto, you're in danger of blowing out the flame. Stop. Stop.
Sorry, my lung capacity is not high. I've been blowing other things too much. I don't know.
The books.
At first glance, it seems that the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked the 3 books initially. Oh my fucking god.
I wonder where they are. Let's see the titles read.
Let me guess.
The Picture of Monsieur Lecoq, Canterbury Yearnings, and A Meal for Gaborio.
I'm sure I've heard those titles before.
It could just be an incredible coincidence, but they're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day.
Oh no. On the day of the unfortunate incident. Soseki-san went to the bookstore, yep.
And now those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim.
Yet Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before, which has obviously been a lie this whole time. But he's not the murderer, so... What does this mean?
I really don't know what to make of it.
Familiar? Why is it so
Take that!
familiar?
Amelia.
Take that.
Take that! Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books.
Está buenas, Steve.
Also, I'm realizing that having Herlock in his normal clothes while the other 2 are in the... Like, it matches a little more.
Yeah, it would match more,
This way,
yeah.
like, they can all
I thought about
match,
it too.
But also, you know, we're just...
I mean, we can go back to like his normal outfit later if we want to. It's
yeah,
fine.
I think I'll do the one case with the special ones.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, maybe in the present they were like, oh, it's fun to reminisce about this case. We were wearing the exact same outfits as today. Strange.
Yeah, like I think it would be fun to like just have Herlock go back to his normal outfit just so they can all be matching like a big family.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Can I
Quite so.
just say,
Yeah. What's up?
Naruhodo looks more like Apollo than Phoenix.
He does. Yes, I actually
In this outfit, especially.
like honestly like it is my thought that like Runosuke Naruto is both like Phoenix's like ancestor and Apollo's ancestor. Like it's a belief of mine, but I mean probably
yeah, right.
not.
Distant strands of the family, I guess, could be.
Yeah, very distant friends.
Is there like a Apollo X Phoenix shipping in the fandom
A little bit.
that you just ruined?
Well, I mean it's very long like relatives like
Okay.
it's very far away and nothing is confirmed. So honestly,
Okay, have fun.
yeah, so like whatever. Personally, I think the ship is fun. Considering what happens in Apollo Justice, I think the
Which we'll
shipping is fun.
find out because the game has
Yes!
released a PC and we'll play
Let's
it!
fucking go!
I already played the game, but like man, it's a really good game. I can't wait for you guys to play it.
Mhm.
It's really good shit.
And I mean, you probably haven't seen the remake yet, right?
I haven't seen the remake.
Yeah.
No. But I have played the original on DS and I have played a little bit of Dual Destiny.
So it'll be a bit new for you too, because it's, you know, the upgrade.
Yeah. I know nothing though of Spirit of Justice. I just know it's like a lot of like Apollo backstory, which makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you know, I feel like Capcom just looked at this boy and was like, hey, this bad boy can fit so much backstory in him.
Quite
So
so.
anyways.
It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth. The link to the past. Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at the second-hand bookshop.
That's just a
Cock!
Yeah, well, I was waiting for you to say it.
In that case, you will be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very moment!
No, never, not negotiable.
If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conveniently have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. Like, conceivably. Also, I love how he is posing in the shy.
Yeah, I know.
In the silhouette. In other words, you could only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room.
I'm giving up my shading, Jojo!
He's dancing all about His little dance! It is a dance of deduction after all. He has to join in. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. He just dropped dead! In short, there's only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in this room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor...
Oh my god, the way he looks, you know, with like,
Yeah. Was you, Mr. Soseki Natsume?
The double titty twister kills me every time.
The double titty twister!
Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholm's great deduction.
Sus.
Soseki.
Yeah, poor guy.
Stop shitting!
It's turning Super Saiyan. Not again! Not again! Not again! Frieza! Well then, Mr. Natsume.
No!
It would appear you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard again. Wait! Hold your horses! Yes.
Please tell your fucking story right the fuck now.
Door, key, locked, entry, exit, entirely impossible.
He's so flustered he's being even stranger than normal. You kinda put him in the corner though, so like that, don't blame him for that.
What? You think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You live in the same building after all. You'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. Misery me!
Everybody wants to be your enemy!
For real.
Sorry, you'll get your chance to give your side of the story later.
Facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache.
You horrible Herlock Sholm!
Really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he?
Come on out, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting. Look, who stood there? He stood out with his choir.
And like right now, he's, you know, Herlock is wearing the Japanese clothing, so it's like, oh, you're appropriating my culture now. You're trying to make me feel welcomed. But then this, oh.
I never imagined him in this position again, but you have to help me, please. Please, I'm really sad.
Alright, I understand. I'll come to your cell later and talk about it.
And one more thing.
Yes?
My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me.
Oh, yes, I will! Wagahai!
Wagahai.
And so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken, Soseki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you!
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I was kissing my cat.
I love hyping you up so that I can put you back down in the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, at least that means Inspector Grayson is no longer here.
So I can put something up again.
Can examine the crime scene in more detail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right. And of course...
Hmm?
Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shamspeare.
Ah, Mr. John Garadeb, yes.
I expect we could find him in the sitting room on the top floor as usual.
Right, we must remember to go and talk to him later then.
Hey, remember how we got your wife?
Yeah. In jail? Yeah, hello, we're back.
What's this?
Looks like part of an envelope, I think.
Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened.
Is that significant?
Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there?
Yeah.
And yet here we have the torn off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual.
I agree. We better take this. Ba-da-bow. Look at these extravagant bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room with this grim, shady goings-on.
This one looks like a king's attire.
King? I've always dreamt of being a king.
You
Short
are
king.
king! No, I think you'd be most suited for a feudal lord, a daimyo or such like.
With a shonmage top knot, every Japanese man wishes he had a shonmage.
Oh, you'd look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword.
Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a shonmage and sword?
So many things would happen.
xenophobia.
You would get so many bitches. There's not much on these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and bottle. And both of them are cracked.
Not much use, are they?
I was just reminded of the Reaper, that's all.
Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks? Yeah, there's... Well, it's not like this is his handiwork. He completely obliterates the objects.
Deux secondes, je vais aller chercher le chat.
So reckless, I was thinking of ways that he would donate. You can suggest the next time we meet.
Course pour Sancerre débutant à minuit avec comme point de départ le période de cathédrale Saint-Étienne.
The window is bricked up because of the window tax. Strange things they used to tax in Great Britain.
Window tax?
I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property. My god.
It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up the windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh. If you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose.
Yeah! Oh, I see it. The soap!
The soap.
Wait, Wait, are they in place of the... Wait, what? Looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. Was it Mr. Shamspear who did it, I wonder? Being the lodger renting this room.
Look at this, Mr. Narodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it.
Outside? More soap. So, that's how the key got back into the room. They just threw it back in. Alright.
It's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap.
It did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what's on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps?
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? Why are you putting soap on the window ledge?
Good question.
It's like, well, it doesn't really make much sense. I was thinking of the soup store.
I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like this. They have a little friend.
That's really weird. We should take one. Or pull them, I don't know.
Oh dear, I suppose we could, but taking them away from their little friends. What's this? Look in the soap. Do you see it in the middle there? There's a patch that's a different color. It's this sort of transparent, but...
Some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain.
It looks like the Inomaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful. It's probably a very expensive brand.
Expensive? What's it doing in this ramshackle old room? And here we have another disproportionately large machine. Looks like a meter of some kind.
Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins.
I see. Yes, now that you've pointed it out, I can see that there's a slot just here.
Oh
that
wait,
looks
she.
like it would
I think she puts the book inside of her like bag.
That makes sense.
They fixed the animation
Oh!
in a patch.
Her
I'm
arm
so
still
happy.
goes through it, but you know, you take what you can get.
Because before that, it was like popping out of nowhere. It's just disappearing.
I mean, if you put a coin in here.
That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for light and healing. And heating, sorry.
So if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold.
Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank.
Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. Gas wall light. Must be connected to a gas pipe at the wall. Oh, and it isn't on because this guy is poor as hell.
Yeah. Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas.
Now that I think about it, Mr. and Miss Garrideb had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they?
Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there.
I much prefer a real fire anyway. So much cozier. And also, yeah, a gas do be dangerous and probably a little less eco-friendly.
Ah, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was?
I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. And I mean, he held on to his fork and cup and only slumped over on his table and didn't, like, you know, get up and push stuff around much. So I think it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's fine. I suppose you're right. I wonder. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul?
Wait, sorry?
Oh, never mind. It
Nope.
still appears.
It still appears.
I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually.
So, Mr. Sato, you literally just have like a pocket dimension under your arm, do you?
I do, but please do not tell anyone. That is why I usually wear such big sleeves. It is a wonderful place to just put anything. And that is how I hid the cat, you know, the flapometer, you know?
Do you
The
think
cat flapomouts.
if she put her bag into another one of her bag, the world explodes?
It's a bit like when you return, you know, a bag of holding.
Yeah, into a bag of holding.
This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way.
Oh.
I'll just reread it now. One moment.
There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? The cup.
One of the teacups that Mr. Shamspeare and his guest drank from last night. But don't go drinking from then, Miss Naruto. There's a bit of poison inside.
I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. I mean, the cups are both empty.
That's true. So one was Mr. Shamspeare's. And the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from.
Sosik-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. Bing bing! Uh-huh. Garrett?
I think that might be Garrideb, yeah.
Was that German goose? Garrett.
Oh, Gregson!
No,
Never mind.
Goose Brown.
Hey, Gregson! Back so soon.
I could feel it. After I took that little Japanese fella in the plank, I went and reported to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard.
I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then.
Poor Miss Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in a cell again so soon.
Oh! Ah! 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 Ah!
A zombie.
I'm sure we should probably go.
What's wrong, Miss Naruto? Out, out, brave candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets this hour upon the stage, That is hurt no more.
Did literally no one check his goddamn pulse? Ah!
There are too many frou-frous. We cannot actually check his pulse.
They're bad.
Now, how sounded the next part?
Sir?
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Indeed. Oh, happy day.
Whoa. Walking Dead! I hate that show!
Yeah, same.
Oh, me too. This is a Walking Dead hater room right here.
The fella isn't dead at all.
I love how he responded so calmly to, yeah, this is the next part right here. And then like, wait, what?
What was that nonsense he was saying, though?
Let me check my interdimensional pockets. I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5.
Shakespeare. And he's a sham. Strange.
You Nipponese wouldn't know about that. You and your Bukake theater.
Stop, we already said that. We already said that Sao exists, okay?
So it was that the
Favorite
victim,
running jag.
Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. And Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was. Wait a minute. What if he's the fucking... the guy who's in the same room as Miss Olive? Miss Green.
Mm-hmm.
Man's just fucking left the hospital. Oh, hello, sir. You're very yellow.
Whatever do you think will happen now?
Good question. I think London will play soon.
That's the third brother!
Not the third brother.
That's Wario!
It's Wario!
Wah. Okay, who can make a good Wario voice?
Wow.
I guess I can try. I mean,
Oh, you should try Songe because we did Mario, we did
Yeah.
Luigi. You haven't done Wario.
I mean, I did.
Looks like Wario.
Hello, Mario. So.
Oh,
Oh,
Wario.
Mario.
No, that's the best one.
A strange situation for Mr. Natsume. Arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life.
I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. Was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody.
I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what? Hello? What's Wario doing there?
Oh,
Looks
maybe
like
that's not
he's
the third brother.
Oh, he's trying to see into Soseki's lodgings. There's soap! Is he a soap salesman?
This soap is made out of soap.
Is something wrong with Nerodo?
Excuse me, can we have a word? Woo! He just ran off after JoJo posing. Or Sentai, more like Sentai posing.
Senta posing ho ho ho.
I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it?
I do too, but it's been too fucking long.
It's been so long.
The last I've seen my son.
Yeah, London, I'll call it.
The man behind the slaughter.
Let's go. My friends are getting married soon, and me and my friend are planning to come with like purple vest.
Oh, nice. You're gonna be the man behind the slaughter. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're a huge FNAF fan.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes when I look at the building, I can't help feeling that it's a bit of a slant. I mean, yeah, look at the fucking...
It does rather look as though it would collapse in even the smallest earthquake, doesn't it?
And isn't it supposed to be haunted as well? I think I might have a hunch as to why Soseki-san had such a hunched back. Hunchback.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There always seems to be a bicycle outside the Garrett residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular all over Great Britain at the moment, in fact.
That one seems very warped, though, especially the front wheel. Is that to make it more of a challenge to ride?
No, I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly afflicted.
And there's a good chance Mr. Natsume has been practicing on the bicycle, I think.
Oh my god. Oh dear, I fear you may be right.
Lore accurate.
The exception of
Real
the
life
top
accurate.
floor, Mr. Miss Garrett, I believe all the windows are bricked up.
Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. You know the baby listas? We know that. We know that. It's fine.
And, oh my god. If only they had boarded up all of the windows, then Miss Green wouldn't have been stabbed.
I know, right?
But the tax had since been abolished, so the windows could all be opened up. But, like, that takes effort.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it would appear that the residents... Never mind.
Sad state.
Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room.
Suppose that's the price you pay for living in cheap accommodation. For real, for
It all
real.
seems rather pointless when you put it like that.
God, the school vibes. I'm so... the nostalgia.
I know.
London's
I
blanket
promise I
in the
will
fog
put
again
this
today.
song. I will put this song as the first one in the when we go back to school.
Oh, it'll be glorious.
Oh man, I
The
miss
sky
school
is
so much.
covered in cloud. If you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the crystal tower being built. Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, true. The Crystal Tower, yes. The centerpiece of the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. So
Looks at
yeah,
the
by the
camera.
so basically by the time
Yeah,
like
no one's talking
in the
about it.
present,
It's not gonna be an important plot point.
absolutely not. Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and scientists from all over.
Ah, yeah, I guess the main plot would revolve around that, wouldn't it?
I can't wait for it myself.
I think visiting students from the Far East like us would be granted entry.
Pocket Dimension. The last great exhibition that was held in London had more than 6 million visitors, it seems.
Oh wow, 6 million for the time is a lot.
It is a ton. And this time, the British are determined to make an even bigger success to outdo the Paris exhibition.
See, that's an incredible number of people. With so many people expected to attend, we should easily be able to slip in unnoticed.
There's always the honest approach of buying tickets at the main entrance, Miss Naruto.
Well, what's the
Yes,
fun
but
in
we're
that?
Japanese, we're like, we use Far Eastern magic, we're like, not honest or whatever to kind of stereotype the British brand is with.
Hey, friend.
What?
Why somebody built the snowman on some sort of pedestal, do you think?
My name Jeff.
Because it's a king. That's not the pedestal, Miss Naruto. That's part of the Snow White's body.
Really? Nori has a perfectly good body.
Well,
Whoa.
it's true that British snowmen are usually made with 2 balls of snow. Perhaps this is a foreigner.
And now we're looking at him as if he's strange. Poor man. I know how he feels.
If anything, it's Japanese and British 2-ball snowmen that are the strange ones, isn't it? After all, real people do have 3 sections: head, torso, and legs.
You ever think that perhaps you think about things too much? Oh my god, shut the fuck
I don't know.
up.
Shut up.
I always made a snowman with 3 parts,
Yeah,
personally.
same.
Yeah, that seems to me the more traditional one, but I think I would generally make one with 2 segments because it's just easier. But also I
Okay.
haven't made one in a long time.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like,
Diesel.
do any of you have actually made a snowman before? Because I never.
I have.
Yes, but like,
What
yeah,
kind
it's
of
been a
weird flags?
while.
Well, to be
Mostly
fair,
because it just has not snowed enough for me to make one in a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, same. Like, the thing is that when I lived in Les Prières, like in back back there, it was snowing so much.
Cheeseland.
Yeah, it was snowing so much, and because of this, I actually made multiple snowmen, and I was also like sledding And I was also doing a lot of skiing and stuff. And I even did better. I also built an entire igloo.
Oh, nice! I did that in Norway too.
It's so cool. Like
It is really cool.
Like my dad really went like brick per brick with it, and it was so cool. Like coolest shit ever, honestly.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday.
It was quite a trial. As much as Mr.
Isn't it
Garrett
a
as anyone,
trial?
really.
Came straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. I didn't expect to wake up to more belly nonsense this morning.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garrideb.
Yes, I suppose you'd like to know all about the dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor room.
Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? The cup disappeared. It fell to
did.
the floor. Have you seen my badge?
Oh my god, stop.
Wait, actually, hold on.
Looks like it could belong to some kind of small dog.
Lecoq.
Lecoq. Is that a cock ring, Mr. Naruto?
No, not the cock ring. Yes, it I want to see at least one. I'm sure there's at least one story where someone proposes with a cock ring.
I have one better. Did I send you this picture of like someone was at a convention and found basically like a cock prison, like a cock cage. And their reaction to it was like, "Oh my god, it's just like Cinderella." Wait, let me find it.
I mean, Susato, that's no, that was a good deduction. Yeah, that would be a right-handed person. You're so smart, girl.
That's so true, actually. She's so cool.
Oh,
What is it, Mr. Naruto?
a tiny hole. When we first found it, I could have sworn there was some sort of round disc in the depression just here, a reddish one.
Yes, you're right. I remember it too. But now the depression is completely empty.
The depression is gone. Crab rave. Where could it have gone?
It's a metaphor that no matter how much you try to fill the depression, it will always be here. And always get more empty.
Oh, this one had something in it, but this one didn't.
Oh my god, that's like
Cup that Mr.
Cinderella.
Shinsu was
Oh my
drinking from.
god.
Stained on the inside.
No! Not with the cock. Not the
Yeah.
cocked cage being fallen to the floor. Okay, but what's the other thing on the floor? Is it like a razor or something?
No, it's just a wheel.
It's just a wheel, okay. 1 second. My mom wants me to put the cat in the kitchen. You guys can continue reading and everything. I'll be right over.
T does that. Never knows. Bruh. Never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down. Drink tea while it's hot. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Tea come from, well, maybe Mr. Natsume. Inside is completely clean. Well, if you just sip it a little, it goes cold. Yeah, I have to instruct the proper way to take tea.
Take tea.
Are they authentic? No, of course not. They're cheap. They will make phony Synesty. Oh yeah, we can look around this room again. Oh, there's still the fucking... Yeah.
Remind me of the Battle of Maywan, do you know? Don't you know?
Experience of seasoned veteran.
And we are surrounded on all sides. We thought we were done for, the whole Bally Company. We were talking real ponding from the cannons, so all we could do was run for our lives.
I thought that story was going on a different direction, actually.
Well, sometime you gotta learn from the French. Well, the whole experience taught me one thing, I can tell you. When you're done for, you're fucked.
It's not what a lawyer who often finds himself under fire wants to hear. Well, you were literally on the fire, so I...
When you're fucked, you're fucked. Give up. Yes, quite right. Haven't touched it since. Haven't much at all, really, since it all happened. Time ever stood still for me, you know?
Oh. Time has stood still? Huh. I'll be able to use that excuse when I'm next supposed to be tidying in the office. You could just tidy up. Oh my god.
What? Tidy what? What's that? What the fuck do you mean?
It's a good view. An oppressively grey scene. There's nothing considerable. And below Briar Road, partly blanketed in snow. And the pavement where poor Miss Green was struck in the back by that knife. Thinking about it, this is the only room in this building that actually has a window to the outside world. Sometimes Great Britain really does seem like a strange land, doesn't it? I suppose all foreign cultures seem strange at first. Imagine how an Englishman will feel arriving in Japan and seeing people with the chonmage top knot.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point. Culture shock. You know what that screen is hiding now? The aftermath of the fiery altercation the other day.
Not supposed to be able to clear that mess up for some time now.
Oh dear, this must be a very difficult situation for you.
I say, people talk about twist of fate and whatnot. But this is a twist in half, a rotten show all around.
Clearly struggling with everything that's happened. Yeah, his wife did get arrested and he's just too... He will hurt like hurty. You look very dashing.
That old portrait drawn by a art student who used to rent the room downstairs. Some kind of adult
don't
something.
Say.
Oh! Oh shit, actually. I was making a terrible pun. I mean, not pun, joke. Yes, well, the chap presented me one day and asked if I'd let him off to Mount Street.
So you gave him the room for a month because of that.
I bloody well did not.
Huh.
A portrait is a portrait, but rent is rent.
But like, if it was a commission and the commission had the same price as the rent, like, you know, you gotta pay your artists. It's still there, probably on the wall. Extortion.
You know, electrum pieces are not a thing yet.
See Mr. Garrett Evans' Medal of Honor still probably presented. Inscription reads for distinguished participation. Yeah, because I remember thinking even if I might stand a chance of picking up honors like that.
Wouldn't know it to look at me, perhaps, but I had my devil may care days, you know.
Devil may care? What did you get up to?
It's the spin-off of the famous game, Devil May Cry.
Featuring Dante.
It's all in the past, of course. The best left there.
It's not, I wanna know.
Well, fuck you.
I wanna know where love is. Those enormous mortar shells. It's quite something. Didn't you say something about firing them into the barracks, Mr. Garrett?
You remember, do you? Just a little mishap that occurred during training one day. What were you doing firing on your own man? The captain bellowed at me.
Not surprised. A little mishap doesn't really do it justice, does it?
Well, one of these little incidents when one's a hot-headed young private.
Alright. Oh yeah, that reminds me of the fucking Unraveled bit about where calculating your pet's HP, and it's like every human being has 1 HP. Like 1 HP means how many like shells a figure can take. All humans have 1 HP.
That is very true.
Perhaps I should put some evidence that results from one of my little mishaps on display.
Oh, that's a great lawyer. Like the great detective. Sorry. I'm eating.
Yeah, she's like yum, 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 holding her
I'm
mouth.
Sorry. Sorry,
I
I
have
got a
some?
little bit of those cakes from behind, and they're delicious.
Oh, can
Want
I
to
have
exhibit some
some?
trophies of his finest moments? Mm.
Well, ceremonial garb, yes. Being on the wall ever since my retirement bash. Not in active service now, you know. Doesn't mean much to me anymore. You could have the whole thing if you wanted it.
Well, it might suit Lord Van Zeeks, perhaps.
I don't know. That's a slutty little waist. I don't think his tits can fit in there.
No, you're so right.
Just a little ways. Who says that?
Us.
Yeah.
Wow,
I've picked up this vocabulary from the gals. It's you know,
That's just how it is.
I have been corrupted.
I've yet to discover the depth of the man objectivation. Yeah.
Oh, you
Dude, that's
good
all
thing
we
you're not
do.
in the Pokemon AU server.
Yeah, I'm.
Dude, we objectify men so much on that server.
It's
We look at men and we're like, piece of meat.
yeah.
Little bacon.
You know, like I feel bad on a daily basis for thinking about boobies, but I'm like, okay, you know what? It's fine actually.
You're not as bad as
Dude, think about
But-
boobies all you want. Boobies are cool.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
like
guess
genuinely, today I was at work. I was like, fuck yeah, titties.
Understandable.
Dude, yeah, titties are so cool. Like, I get ya. Like, it's just, dude, it's just, I feel like the problem with objectification is, I think it becomes like an issue if that's all you see people as, you know? If you don't see them as people,
Yeah,
but like,
if you just
if
direct
you
it at a
genuinely
real
just
person,
see them as like a fab
slash
material.
Meg. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I see an amazing character, but also I'm seeing, slutty little waist. So anyways, that means that this outfit is better suited for Naruto.
That's true.
So there.
Very tactful, very tactful. Cannon. Single apron drying on the cannon.
That's a real cannon.
I know, I was just testing you. Also, share your fucking food.
Okay. Those things I know. I was just testing you. This is this is a dad thing. Piece of history that is plenty of action on the battlefield, I can tell you. Now the old girl and I are just enjoying the peace of quiet and retirement together. Why is it in my living room? Don't fucking ask. And of course, it come in handy if the enemy decided to launch an attack again.
Is there a war going? There's a war going
There's
on.
always
inside
a
his
war
head.
going on.
There's always a war going on.
A copy of French magazine. The Adventures of Hoak Sholmes is being read all over London.
Naturally, one asks oneself if such a singular detective could really exist. But having met the chap, it's undeniable. He's most certainly singular.
But not single.
Singularly. Stupid.
That's genuine public opinion for you, Mr. Sato. Perhaps it should be reflected in the stories.
Mistake, Mr. Naruto. I intend to snuff out the sort of public opinion we just heard, personally. I will beat them up.
Mr. Sholmes' untainted the reputation comes from. It's only Mr. Sato. This has been a real shock for you this morning. Hear that you discovered what had happened.
Well, that whole place hacked chap raise at 5 o'clock, sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no bally answer. That's
So
very
that was-
considerate, though. Genuinely.
Not really. Like, it's kind of weird to, like, keep up that much tabs on people that are under your roof.
But like, if someone has a routine that is this set in stone, like, you notice.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell if my roommate is going to work today or not, depending on if he showers in the morning, basically.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you broke into his room, backing him down the door?
I can't break into his room. There is no walls. I'm permanently in his room.
The entire apartment is his room.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, okay. If you've been to my place, so basically there's 3 rooms. My roommate's room, my room, and like the bathroom. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take it that way.
That's
Anyway. True.
Well, I also
So
I
basically,
have one room
you
and
live.
the bathroom.
So basically, you live in your roommate's closet.
Yeah, basically.
That's what. Yeah.
Well, I call on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course.
Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour or gone out.
That's very true, Miss Naruto. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behavior, then I'd have to kick your door down every morning.
Oh, wow, throwing shades.
The shades.
Well, better to be safe than sorry and all that.
Huh. Sus.
It appears it's getting hot here.
Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door.
By the way, he's alive. Victim's name is Mr. Shamspear, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, William Shamspear. Took the ground floor room 3 months ago now.
How would you describe him?
Artistic. In a word, destitute.
Oh my
Same
god.
thing.
Oh, wait a minute. I just had a fucking
The
brain...
shade of my profession.
Just had a fucking brain blast. I think when Shamspear appeared in the investigation segment, I think it was alongside the yellow guy.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or it was another actor guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been so long. Literally, all of case 3, we had giant pauses in between.
Yeah.
No, well, case 4, is it?
Case 4.
Yeah.
Destitute?
But no, wait, it was... Okay, well, it was definitely this case that we had the breaks in between, but...
It was case
yeah.
4 that we had a lot of breaks in between.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has Bailey's screw loose.
It's hard to choose which category Sosik-san will fall into.
Both. He doesn't
Oh my
even
God.
pay rent.
Miss Naruto, that's a little rude.
Yeah, I'm on my villain arc today.
He was doing research as well.
Research into what?
Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. I've read a few plays of the old bar myself, Romeo and Hamlet and all that.
Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his work has already been translated.
Oh yeah, we had a convo about that.
Yeah.
Incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. We've been through this.
Yep.
We have.
There are a lot of costumes in the victim's room already, weren't there? It's and it's like they stole the costumes from his room. Would be funny.
Of course, Mrs. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shakespeare would have had so much in common.
Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that.
Mr. Naruto, really, how rude.
After Mr. Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning?
Well, no, it must have been 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it was completely dark outside. That felt like the chap was out of time.
Mr. Garrett noticed there was no light from his room or something, I suppose.
Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shimespeare got back, and the chap was up until past 1 this morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he made his hand sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there.
Well, thank you, that was very illuminating. Mr. Sato?
Well, I was just thinking a little strange, right? That's right. Mr. Garrett, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly.
Not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg.
Then, how is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenants on the ground floor, I mean.
What? Ooh. Good point. Hold on. Oh no, I don't. We have congratulations, not good to point to. Like.
Oh, we don't have good pointer.
Can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. But hold on, I can pull up the file. I can play it for the recording specifically. Fuck, where would I put it? Yes.
Good point なわけ.
Does this man like to spy on his tenants?
I know what you're thinking, but it's a belly out, which makes military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I?
1 second, I'm looking up something.
How did you know?
I
know what you are. A maid lover.
It's the gas woman. The gas tells me everything.
The gas?
The gas.
Them going...
The farts.
Them farting?
I have a fart fetish.
What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything?
Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes that the Mayo brother planned to, repair.
Well, I
it all makes sense now.
That out.
Everyone in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. And the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main.
I understand that too.
Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up there. What do you suppose would happen?
Well, obviously the room would get brighter.
Exactly, but at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment.
They dim? Why?
Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would explain why the other lamps dim momentarily. Mightn't I? Might it?
Right, it's like where in some places when you flush the toilet, the shower goes hot as hell.
Yeah, or cold as
cold
hell.
As hell.
Yum.
Because everything's connected to a single supply pipe.
Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable.
Very good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipe in this part are pretty hopeless. Long worn out. And barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow bright in the rest of the house.
Ah, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere.
You've got it.
Oh, of course, because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, what they can do to do is either light or put out the lantern fires.
Clever.
In point of fact, the room on the ground floor, the one above it, used slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here closely, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house.
Nice.
That's very interesting, actually.
That's fascinating, Mr. Garydeb.
Oh, well, not really nothing to it, really.
I can't see that it's gonna help us with the case either. What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garydeb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I mean, as someone whose family owns the house they live in and the apartment and renting the apartments to other people, yeah, there's good reason to know what everyone's up to. Like,
well, to be fair, your tenants are fucking hell.
Here's the tea on the shitty neighbors. They've recently broken the rule that they're not supposed to have pets. Like, because of, like, we've had trouble with previous tenants, you know, letting their dogs from their leash and terrorizing our cats outside. So, you know, new policy. No one else is supposed to have pets. It's just not a good time for any of us. So, then my mom spots them bringing in this little puppy. Like, I don't know. And, you know, she confronts them about it, being like, it's in the room. You're not allowed to have this. You gotta get rid of the puppy, which, I mean, they have children also, and it's like, yeah, no, that... So, of course, that didn't happen. They just kept it secret. I mean, they kept it secret in the first place that they had the puppy, and then that they didn't get rid of it. So, now things are starting to get the ways of that we can actually get them out of the house. So, now there's enough reason to throw them out. Which, I don't know how there wasn't enough reason to throw them out before.
Why did they? What else did they do? What else did they do, Nebel?
They're just
spill the
problematic.
Yeah. Spill the tea. I want the tea, Nebel. Drench me in it.
I don't think I can list that. Like, it wasn't like major. I mean, there was a period where they just didn't pay their rent at all, and like, they keep putting up their heating too high, which, I mean, that issue is kind of like a, I don't know, my mom was like that one's a little meh, because some people do just need higher room temperature, but it is a little high, whatever. But also then they leave for like long periods of times and leave their windows open completely. Nice. And pretty much first day they used one of the washing machines that was like big, but like the washing machines are not for the whole house, they are individual. You know,
like girly.
Like our washing machine is ours, so they'd have to get their own.
Yeah,
I know that. And then they took like one of the things where you put the so it's basically they just assume just not a great time.
And it makes an ass out of you and me. And on top of that, they have children.
Well, yeah, and like they come back and they're loud when they're here. And it's just beef with my mom. It's just, you know, bad.
It's just pain.
It's pain and agony. Because my grandfather just pretty much takes the first person who wants the apartment.
Oh no.
Which I guess is the norm, I assume, because of how fast, like when I was looking for an apartment, how fast they get, like, put away. You have to be, like, on the ball. You have to be the first person there.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like at this, because it's also at low price range, so. Yeah, cheap houses. It's first come, first serve, kind of.
Dear Lord.
But yeah, that just means the last few neighbors we've had in that apartment were just bad. And I guess next up is gonna be a person that is currently in the other house that my grandfather owns. But like, she's having beef with the other tenants, so she wants out of there.
So just beef. Just beef all around.
Yeah. It's drama. So, I mean, you know, good thing that like 2 of the 4 apartments in my house are owned by my family, so there's less beef there. Because my sister has one of them.
That's nice though that like your family owns places.
My grandfather built 3 houses. One which he lives in himself, one which we have and other people also rent, and one that's further down another street that other people rent.
What?
And yeah, that's gonna be an inheritance and whatnot, and stuff and things. But it is also, the house is literally as old as me. So, it's starting to fall apart, and like he's getting too old to fix shit. And the house he lives in is even older because my mother grew up in that.
Oh wow.
And that's an even more disrepair, and you know.
Aww.
Stuff and things.
Oh, of course it were chat to DK.
Anyways.
Is it a good time to drop that I drew porn of that man?
Yes!
This one?
of William?
Okay. No, I thought you meant like Gary Deb.
I wish, he's so sexy. I wish.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Wait, I'm dropping it also.
Deb?
Where is it? Come on, gifts load. No.
I can show a little bit of that one, because it's like not straight up like. Wait, I'm gonna get it. I'm getting it right now. What are you fucking talking about? Your mom? Where the fuck is? Oh, I found it. Okay, I'm only showing a little bit of it actually.
Cropping.
I don't want to get banned.
Cropping.
No, it's like it was a thing with like solo stuff, so he's just masturbating.
Oh yum.
God damn!
Still waiting.
It's in thank you to.
Alright.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
there.
alright. It is. Let's go.
Yeah, titties. Yeah, I actually drew his entire room and everything. That was
Time
fun.
to go to Pizzo.
And you guys have not met the last person I drew porn of.
When will he appear?
I think last case. Oh no,
wow.
next case. They're coming in next case.
Staring at the wall. Pizzo.
Pisson.
Mr. Natsume! It's Pisson.
Le pisson.
Le Pisson. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you yet now?
Look, I'm still on my scenario, the Esquire.
Yes?
What is he? Tell me, he's a ghost. Is he here to haunt me?
I guess you're talking about Mr. Sholmes? He is, sort of astral projecting over my shoulder right now. Está buenaste!
He actually calls himself a great detective, Miss Natsume, not a ghost. Please respect his identity.
But is that diabolical deduction? They're none of these were. They left me. Oh. I'm cursed, I tell you.
That sort of hurts. You're also cursed by his ex-husband, so yeah, that's unfortunate for you, man.
He's gonna be double cursed at the end of this. Like,
yeah.
My god. Credit where credit is due, Miss Naruto. You were heavily involved in the deduction too.
Moving on, we have some wonderful news.
Wait, I click. Pay 10 titties? I'm pinning this shit. Oh, I can't pin it again.
Yo.
Okay, what the fuck do I pin it? Where the fuck do I go to pin it?
Oh,
Do I pin it in Ace Attorney?
I guess.
Okay, I'm pinning it in Ace Attorney.
Against the bed. It's a terrible joke, I'm sorry.
It's fine, don't worry. Get pinned, idiot.
Get
pinned, idiot.
I'm gonna cry. I was on a disc on my school Chromebook, and when I tell you I got jump scared so hard. Well,
yep.
Thank God.
That's why things are called not safe for work.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't post the full,
yeah.
Like, masturbating scene then.
Oh my God.
Masturbate. The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again.
Now, in the absolutely worst case, you could be tried for attempted murder. That's better, Mr. Natsume.
It's terrible!
Oh!
I'm stuck in this cell, suffering from some very silly forgotten to stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Calls 10 questions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, that selfish shyster.
Ooh.
Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly wishy-washy William.
No wishy-washy William.
Kinda hard.
Well, it seems
Kinda
likely
hard, yeah.
that Mr. Shamspear was never actually dead in the first place. We just fucking forgot to check.
Oh yeah, that might make sense. And I'm pleased that he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was all us.
Oh!
Oops.
Now talk. Mr. Natsume, so you confessed that you did see the victim last night. You met with the Shamspear, didn't you?
I'm not saying it over word. I don't have a lawyer present.
Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story. I am a lawyer!
Yo, what if you need to show that actually to continue the story? Why am I cursed like this?
Oh, baby.
I mean...
I have the baby in my arms, guys!
Yay!
I managed to grab him!
Have I shown you this before, Mr. Natsume?
Ah yes, the sweet, sweet arm of our beloved homeland.
Shows that the wearer is a defense lawyer. Means nothing in Great Britain, of course, but I still wear it.
Oh, I know exactly how you feel. Locum student. Yes. My head on my key belly band. I don't feel right without it.
Your Hamaki belly band?
Yes. It's perfect for the cold English winters. Just a thing to keep my tummy warm.
Aww. I see the link, almost. Aww, cute. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume? Squid Games!
There's nothing to tell. But Mr. Naruto Squire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accurate case yesterday.
The case that saw poor Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back. So both of his cases ended up in non-death. Good for him!
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's cursed, but not in the same
cursed.
Not in the same way that Ryunosuke is.
It's hard to believe that was only yesterday.
Oh, after the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lonely lodging. And that evening, at past night, it must have been, I visited Meister Shamspear.
So you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared.
I didn't do anything wrong. I've never been to his room before. It was the first time.
You drew wee-wees multiple times. Yes.
So it was his first time.
And what made you decide to go? Owl also drew titties on RS. I remember that.
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into a discussion. I had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
The chat is going crazy.
Yes, the people at home can't see it, but like there's stuff happening.
You can, she's gonna count the dicks.
Well, I'll make you roll in there on there. Okay, there is okay, none from 2024, that's for sure. There's 1, 2, 3. Surprisingly, only 3.
Racial decounter.
That
Ouch.
ties in with what Mr. Garrett said, that the victim went out and came back after 8.
Only 3. Wow.
I have a lot of wait, I'm posting it.
Oh, you. It's but you have a lot more Ns with W content. Like.
Oh, I have a lot more.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to censor the dick.
Christ!
I have to censor the pippy. 1 second. I have to censor the pippy.
Censor the pee-pee. I mean, Songe. I mean, you're a dude, so like, I mean, there's been locker rooms, so that's.
No, there's no locker room. It's oh yeah, true. It's me when I went to Japan.
Oh wow! Oh god damn!
Oh god damn. There's the ball though.
No, it's fine. It has a butthole. True.
There's a butthole.
The-
No censored butthole. She's still in school.
Oh, that's what Roland was doing in school. You fuckers, otherwise I have to go into my image setting and disable image for you every time. That's what goes happen. And I'm proud of it. Really fucking me like a towel. Be the reason someone enabled Nancy for
You're breaking her.
translation.
Stop. Meanwhile, Saucy.
Oh, sorry. We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you?
Yes, that's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet, who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate.
I'm sure.
Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare.
You will soon understand the reason why I ship those two. And yeah, that was the ship I was talking about when I was talking about, Saseki.
Right.
That's
right,
me.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
ship
Shakespeare
those together.
nerds together. And the debate became
Yeah, I
very
shipped those two together.
heated, so you slipped poison into Mr. Shakespeare's tea. My god.
No, never, not at all. Team Juliet won, that was me! And when I left this room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit. I swear it, categorically.
Oh, you thought he was fit. So handsome.
Okay. You know what? I gotta ask about the Roland you shared.
What? What do you have to ask?
Because PG-3 has those settings, does he have a canonical dick rendered?
Yes.
You can't take off his clothes?
You can probably take off his clothes, yeah. I mean, his dick is like just the default dick, honestly. Just the default tiefling dick.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Wait, let me check something.
Cursed existence. You know
I mean,
what,
like,
that fits.
I mean...
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
I mean, like, it's just like... Basically, the thing is that they are like not like any kind of like... There are only like 4 body types, and each body type... Like, there are multiple types of like PPs and stuff.
There's only 4 kind of dicks.
yeah, I mean, no, there are like more types. Like, there are like, I think 5 types of dicks and 5 types of vulvas and stuff. But like, they're not that different. Like, it doesn't even like vary in terms of length or anything.
No, okay. PPs are very different from one another.
They are. It's more so that they're just vary in terms of like, are they like circumcised, or do they have like a lot of like there's like a lot of hair or like around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's mostly that.
I guess.
But like, there's no like length changes or anything like this. Well, that was until the community took care of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably the first mode that came out was like
the
fat
PP
cock.
length slider.
Yeah.
Okay, no, there's no slider, but there is a lot. By the way, I do have to say, it's there is a PP length slider on Cyberpunk.
Yes. Yeah.
Cyberpunk has a PP slider. And I have to say also, Saints Row has a sex appeal slider, which increases your boob size or your cock bulge size.
Yeah, cock and bulge size.
Very important slider. What the fuck did you all just spin in the tape? It's been stupid entities. I mean, it's my wife and my kids. But yeah, so basically, but like most of the time they only have like one that is like, you know, the default one that comes with the body. And yeah, just most of the NPCs, they just have the same one.
It's full dick.
So it's really great because this way you can just like recreate like Roland if you want, and just take a lot of like, you know, pictures for like reference purposes. Or you can just recreate him and with a mod, or just replace one of your companions so that you can have like one of the sex scenes together.
Let's go.
You can do that too. That's how a lot of my friends just started like posting about like Roland sex scenes and Roland kisses, despite the fact that he's not actually romanceable in the game. Anyways, patent titties.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me.
It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture.
There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me, they all laugh. That is the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I became a recluse. But even in my room I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more town than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Briar Road.
But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? Doesn't seem very comfortable. And how the fuck did you manage to make it feel as lived in with this stack with the like avalanche of books in a week? Girl.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money, it spoke to me.
The rent?
Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed.
Cursed how?
My man, I've been on trial for 2 days in a row.
I mean, that might just be you, not the room itself.
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there.
Oh no!
He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead and no one could explain why.
Young man. Surely
You
no
have
one
money
would
to be
want to
sad.
live in a
Young
room
man.
with a history like that.
Young man.
Young man. Why? 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 Why?
Yes, mother.
Oh my god.
That's a real line he
Yes.
says in the thing. He says, yes, mother. It is wonderful.
Oh my god.
Also, we managed to make the 40-year-old that is, George Taylor, the voice actor
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Roland, say the word slay bestie.
Yay!
But I want books, and books cost money, and horrible history of a small price to pay. When I realized it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning.
Brave or blinkered?
After I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how terrible history really was.
Oh my gosh, was it really so awful?
They were playing Fortnite.
How did the room's horrible history affect you, Miss Natsume? What happened aside from Fortnite?
At first, it was just
Was it your gamepad?
a feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me
That just
playing
means you're a
Fortnite.
beta cocksoski.
They were judging me because I didn't go to the Tilted Towers. I went to Rebel Roost because the NPCs are so nice. But I didn't get my fizzy. Yeah, I know Fortnite now, so I can make jokes about it.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
You think that might just have been your mind playing tricks on you?
No, my mind isn't mad. No, in the tricks it was someone else. They told me to get into the train.
So, Siki, were you talking to William about Fortnite as well? Was he being like, I can't be your boyfriend if we don't play Fortnite together?
John, no! That interaction killed me because when you said William, I forgot who was like William Shakespeare, and my mind stayed like 15 minutes on William Afton. Like my mind, I googled in my own mind, and like the first 20 results were William Afton. Oh, no, my mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to this place.
A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
All the souls who died in that room lean over of me in my sleep and try to strangle me. I'm not that kinky, come on.
That is horrible.
And now I come to think of it, it happened again last night too. Very same night, and Mr. Shakespeare was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently, but those miserable spirits in my room.
You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right, I know it, and that's why. I'm already searching for the next room I used to call home.
I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Sato knows how to make the man listen.
Oh, why would you say that? What the fuck? Genuinely. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Mr. Garrideb?
Ah, yes. He knows that if people keep dying there, he'd never be able to rent it out again.
Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place. I mean, even if the people don't die, we've had a stabbing and a poisoning within a week. Like...
Perhaps,
cursed existence.
That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps in his tenant's movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? Yeah, that makes sense. Does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. Must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants in his lab rooms.
What do you mean? He pays so much attention to the gas lamps?
Oh dear, no, it's nothing to do with you, Miss Natsume. Please forget I said anything.
Oh, no, you're talking about me behind my back as well.
Femur. Get femur for it.
He's such a little guy.
What's important is that Mr. Shamspear isn't in fact dead at all.
The file's name is something Klim would like. I'm communicating with her.
He's come around and he's able to tell us what happened. We'll be able to get you released.
Yes, please. I know you're right.
Hey, Gregson!
Alright, let's go. I could remember already what you just said in that note. I have some good news and some bad news. What you want first? Always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Alright, nice.
Right, well, in that case, the good news it is. Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Dear Lord, girl.
So why do you ask my preferences? Because I'm a bitch. As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, was just unconscious. He's come around now.
We saw it happen in all its terrifying glory.
He's still being treated by the doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Miss Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness, it's over then. I can leave this summer cell. Sorry, no, that's not on the cards.
No.
Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shamspear has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night.
Implicated someone. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You don't mean? I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume. My sweet poison did his sickest to end my life. And to wake this captive Soseki Natsume.
No!
So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparation. No!
And so once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dog in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. To be continued.
To be continued.
Yay! Because it is Eber time.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna make my pasta and I'm gonna eep to
Yay!
EP. Yippee!
Yippee!
Woohoo!
Wahoo! Same time next week, boyos!
Yep.
Yeah, same time next week.
Yee.
I'm trying to get her to see the Kazuma's tits picture I did.
Just send it.
I already did. It's just that she blocked pictures.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
So like she only sees the name of the file, and the name of the file is something Klim would like.
Evening middle name.
That sure is me.
What's your middle name?
Oh, I have two of them.
Oh.
It's Anne and Françoise.
Yves and Françoise Earl.
Yeah. It's just that not everyone like knows my middle name. Well, middle names plural. I hope she has seen my thing. I'm so proud of it.